Robbie, 5 things we learned from Manchester United's 1-0 defeat against Arsenal. We'll be talking about the midfield situation, what Amorim himself has said after the game, as well as the goalkeeper situation. I want to talk about a great individual performance as well. But yeah, let's get straight into it now. Talking about the first thing we learned, we need a new goalkeeper. I think that's something that, and the beauty of it is, yes, obviously you didn't want mistakes to happen, but we still have time to rectify this and bring in a goalkeeper. Bayinda is not good enough. Onana not good enough. And Amorim said he backed Bayinda when in the presser when he was asked. He said more or less like why would I start Tom Heaton? He said he backed Bayinda. He said it was a push in the back. He said Andre Onana, he said, I watched like you guys, I watched training and I watched games. He said Tom Heaton and Bayinda did a great job. He said Onana is fighting with the other guys. The fact that Amorim backed Bayinda, again, I don't think he's going to publicly shame him. He said that in the media. He said he's not going to ever publicly shame his players. And that's something that's right. Now, on the goalkeeper situation, we're in desperate need of one. I think that's obvious. The mistake from Bayinda was just so lackluster, just so pathetic. I mean, the same literal thing happened. Bruno put a free kick right under Raya, and he just strong and punched it away. Bayinda, you get a corner under him, he flaps it into his own net. Like, it's very, very poor. And I do feel bad for actually, no, I don't feel any kind of thing, because a goalkeeper, you're supposed to do your job. You're supposed to pile and just get rid of the ball. And again, he just struggled to do that. So yeah, Bayinda for me, a new keeper. Who we're going to get? I mean, Amorim said in his presser he's happy with the 3 keepers. I mean, he obviously isn't. I mean, he said he's happy with Rasmus Højlund. He kept saying he's our player when ultimately he was left out of the squad, and Amorim wants him sold. So again, a new goalkeeper is needed. Who is it going to be? It's probably going to be Lemons from Royal Antwerp. Again, he looks like a decent keeper. Would be a huge upgrade on what we have. And again, you need a strong number 1 in net. So yeah, that's the latest on that. But number 1, we need a new keeper. Number 2, CUNHA and MBUEMO, amazing. Now, they're the 2 players who are just breathtaking. They had so much impact on the game yesterday. The way they were running with the ball, especially CUNHA. I mean, he had 2 or 3 amazing runs. The one where Bayinda flicked out to him. He did that flick around Ben White and then ran into his own box, passed it to MBUEMO, which also almost led to the Ahmad goal. As I said, he's just so breathtaking. And you can see the upgrade from Garnacho to CUNHA, like, it's night and day. And I think I'm very, very excited to see what CUNHA can offer in a Manchester United shirt. I think he's a player with immense talent and quality. And yeah, he will continue to be a top talent. We've seen so far, Amorim trusts him a lot. And again, with MBUEMO, he was the same. Fantastic. His pace and behind. He had a few chances to score, but again, just a breath of fresh air. Like, the quality that we have in attack is fantastic now. We need that in midfield and defence. But those 2, their debut was fantastic. All the game against Arsenal, they were fantastic. And yeah, listen, I'm very, very excited to see what they can offer to this Manchester United team going forward, because they are top players. So yeah, listen, I'm very, very excited. But their performances were fantastic. They were top defensively, offensively. I think CUNHA is better, obviously, as a 10, and then hopefully in the next game you get to see CUNHA and MBUEMO and Sesko as the front 3, because that's the front 3 that we all want to see. But yeah, I thought those 2 in particular were fantastic. Number 3, now, I thought the team did well. Now, let's bring in some quotes from what Ruben Amorim said after the game. He said, I'm really proud of the guys. They were really brave in everything they did during the game. Congratulations for the performance. We deserved a different result, and we need to move forward to the next one. We were more aggressive than last year. We went 1 against 1 all the game, and we pressed high. We had the quality with the ball. Even when the stadium made some sound, we continued to play the way that we play. I don't think the press was there. I think it was there to an extent, but it wasn't that front foot and something that we've seen just players running around like headless chickens. It was a much more organised press. He also said you also feel in the game they can do something not just with the ball, but without the ball. I'm proud of the game we played. We lost and we have things to work on. We need to win games, but that was completely different to last season. He said, is our feeling that we play better? In the end, we lose the game, but I'm really proud of the effort they put in the game. We proved today that we can win any game in the Premier League. We were the better team. And he is correct. We had more possession, more shots on target. Like that first half, we were so much more dominant. And I think the overall team is fantastic, all the way from the defence. to the attack. Again, I'll talk about the midfield, which I thought was a problem. But all in all, from actually Binder was a bit sloppy, but a lot of the team did well. I think the only 2 or 3 players that I would criticise from the starting 11 would be Binder, Bruno and Casemiro. Everyone else was top, from Mason Mount to De Ligt, to Euro, to Shaw. I mean, the fact that he played that long was fantastic. So, yeah, all in all, I think I was very, very happy with the performance. It was completely different from last season. And again, it wasn't that difficult to kind of be better than last season because we were very, very poor last season. I mean, finishing 15th. I mean, we're in 15th now, but yeah, I think the improvements stay steady game by game. We've obviously got Fulham next week, and it's going to be interesting to see what happens. I believe that is the 3rd thing. Now, number 4, the midfield. Again, we're in desperate need of a midfielder. I think Ruben Amorim knows that. Manchester United know that. The midfield is being neglected. When Ugarte came on, that might be the worst cameo I think I've seen. Casemiro, again, just hasn't got the legs. There were times... Listen, it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be, but there were times where Arsenal were just running through the midfield, and I just feared the worst. But yeah, all in all, I think we do need a midfielder and a goalkeeper, and I think this team's good to go. I'm not going to say challenge for the Prem, but again, we need that midfielder who's going to be next to Bruno, because Bruno didn't have the greatest game either, if we're being honest. I think Bruno Fernandes is a player who, again, when he has someone next to him, is top. Like, he needs a quality player next to him. Whether that is Baleba, whether that is Adam Wharton, whether that's someone else United sign in the remaining days, but we definitely do need a midfielder. And the 5th and final thing, one individual performance I want to talk about. I already talked about CUNHA and MBUEMO, but this one, De Ligt, was fantastic. A contender for man of the match. Like, his performance was absolutely unreal. On the ball was just class. Off the ball, elite. Every duel with Gyökeres more or less won. He was physical, dominant, made some good blocks. There was that one, like, we just ushered Saka out the way. Like, he had a very good performance, and someone who's been very, very underrated. When I'm seeing all these teams about best 11s and team for this game and that game, I don't know why. Like, Maguire's alright as well, but De Ligt is just honestly unreal. Like, a very, very good player, and a player who works very, very hard up and down the pitch. And yeah, he's unreal defensively. He's so underrated. But yeah, let me know your thoughts. They've been the 5 things we learned from Manchester United's defeat versus Arsenal. Again, it was a defeat, but there was a lot of positives to take, and I think Ruben Amorim should be happy. We have to continue this momentum against Fulham on Sunday, which again, we will bring you all the content ahead of that game as well. Thank you for watching. They've been the 5 things we learned.